means we shoved her back in the whelping pen. So what does it say, how long after the water breaks?
Normal maybe your dog went through a week in infrequent straining for up to 2 hours, but most 4 hours before giving birth to their first puppy.
Okay, well it seems like she's going to be giving birth in the next 2 to 4 hours.
Welcome to one of the most exciting vlogs I've ever made, and also one of the most stressful I've ever made. The reason for that is, a surprise surprise, whelping puppies is not easy and it has its fun parts, but for the most part it's just a giant mess of stress. For you guys, you get to enjoy it because you don't have any of the stress, so you just get to come along for the ride. But anyway, before we even start the video, I should say, welcome back to the video. This is Shepherd's Pie, I'm Alex. This is Mischa, she is a working line German Shepherd, she's almost 3 years old, and she's gonna have puppies. This is Mojo, he's the father, he's also a working line German Shepherd, and both dogs are pedigreed German Shepherds. Yes, they are working line, so you'll see they have straight backs, they don't have a sloping back, but that's normal for a working line German Shepherd. Okay, so, try again. One of the really unfortunate things that you have to do for pregnant dogs is take their temperature twice a day. Just apparently 24 hours before they give birth the temperature will drop, and then right before they give birth it'll come back up again. So this is one of the ways you can tell if they're ready to give birth. So, but unfortunately that means rectal thermometers. So yeah, it's not fun, but that's why we wear gloves. So I'm just going to take her temperature now. I've been taking it for the past, since Monday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. For the past 4 days I've been taking it twice a day, and it stayed basically the same the whole time. But today might be different because she has been showing very exciting signs. She refused a Pringle. So I know that's not in the textbook of when your dog is going to whelp if they refuse a Pringle, but for Mischa it is because she's a greedy gut. So one of the signs is food refusal or nausea. Come here. No, you can't go away. She doesn't have a collar on. I've got nothing to grab her by. So take the temperature, and this is not a pretty sight. We won't show up close. 37.3. Okay, so now unfortunately I've got to wash this disgusting thing. And wait, so 37.3, I just realised that's like way lower.
Dropped, yeah.
That's like definitely way lower, so that's exciting. That means it's probably dropping. We'll get back to you in the whelping pen. So other than food refusal and the temperature dropping, there was another sign that she was getting ready to give birth. Jess and I were actually playing a video game together, and she suddenly said to me that Mischa was trying to like burrow under my bed, and alarm bells were going off in my head because I was like, she's trying to nest, she's trying to nest. So what we did was we put this blanket over the whelping pen, and it's temporary and it looks kind of terrible, but when she's trying to nest, we want her to nest in the whelping pen. So we put this blanket over it, and I mean, she's in there. She went straight in when we first put it there and curled up and went to sleep there, so we figure she's fairly comfortable in there, at least for now. So that is a very, very good sign that she might be about to give birth very soon. So I'm very excited. It might be happening today, it might be happening tonight, I'm not sure. Personally, I think she's going to whelp tonight, but it will be really great, Mischa, if you whelped today during the day, because then I won't have to stay up at night. So it's so exciting, she might be about to whelp very, very soon. Okay, it is about 8:30 at night now. There's been mostly not much happening, except there is a lot of goo, a lot of discharge, and she's doing a very good job keeping it all clean. A lot of licking, but not a lot of business yet. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer, I think. I'm just gonna go watch some Netflix and keep an eye on her with the Wi-Fi camera there, which I can do from my phone, so that's very convenient. And we'll check back in with her later at night. Hopefully not too much later, okay? If you start now, maybe you'll finish before it's too late. Okay? Alright, check back with you later, Mishy. Okay, it started. She's having contractions now. It is, just check the time, 3:54, and we missed the very beginning. I think it was started just a few minutes earlier, like 10 minutes or so earlier, because Jessie and I were taking turns having sleep. It's raining, guys, so having contractions. Puppy has arrived. Just make sure it's not
place for the first puppy at 4:17 in the morning. Good girl, Mishy. Good girl. Suckling away, very happy. Resting for the next one here. Good girls.
At this stage, everything was going so well with the first puppy. She was a little girl, she was almost entirely black, and she has a few little white spots on the bottoms of her paws. Mischa was doing a brilliant job being a mother. She was keeping everything spotlessly clean. But unfortunately, this is where it all started to go downhill. So if you don't know anything about whelping pups, it shouldn't take more than about 3 hours between puppies. Any longer than that is abnormal and there might be something wrong. And some sources say in any longer than 2 hours, there's something wrong. At this stage, we'd been waiting for 3 hours and 15 minutes. We were watching a lot of Netflix, drinking a lot of tea, and waiting. She wasn't showing any signs of having the next puppy. But she's fine now. She's just taking a little nap. That was very tiring work for her. And we're just watching some Netflix while we wait for the next puppy. But the first one is a girl, and she weighs 590 grams, so that seems like a healthy weight to me, and she's been suckling very, very well. She looks black, but I think she's probably Sable because her dad's Sable, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll get back to you when the next puppies arrive.
Very hard to train in the beginning, like just to collect.
Good girl.
And now she is a great student.
You did well, Noodle. Yeah. We're just waiting for the next one. I think it's going to come soon though because she started panting a lot. So when we get her up this time, I'm going to take her out for a toilet break and put a towel or put a blanket underneath. Let's take you out.
She's like, yeah, I'll be back, baby.
Let's go for a break. Just that quickly so the giraffe doesn't get in. Come this way. Go to the toilet. Go to the toilet. Good. Good. Now we go back inside. So yeah, as I said, we took the opportunity while she was out to put some blankets in.
His little face.
Girl, Mishy. Alright. Okay, so it's been about 5 hours since the first puppy and she's not showing any signs of contractions again. So I rang the vet and they want us to bring her in because they're worried about how long it's taking for the next puppy to come. So we're going to grab her and the puppy and we're going to hop in the car and go. It's like 45 minutes to the vet, unfortunately, but we're gonna go in there and hopefully we don't have to have a C-section, but it's very possible. Anyway, yeah, let's get her in the car and let's go.
When we arrived at the vet, he definitely was worried about her. So the first thing we did was we got an ultrasound to see what was going on inside. And we discovered that one of the puppies was not doing well. One of the puppies, you could tell the heartbeat was slow. And oxytocin is a drug which induces the contractions, and they use it to restart labor. But I was worried it wasn't going to do anything. And of course, if it doesn't do anything, then that poor puppy who was struggling inside might not survive. The only other option we had was a cesarean section, and I decided to go with that one.
What's happening?
C-section.
Yeah, we have to,
Time for
because it's been so long, we're gonna go straight to the cesarean section.
Like, just, we could have done forced labour, but it's just,
Could have done oxytocin, but I was really terrified of the risk because it's already been so long.
considering that she did bleed, that's the thing that
Yeah,
scared me.
exactly. So it's like, they said about an hour and a half of waiting, which we'll wait around in town, and then we'll come pick her up and bring her home. I just guess so. At least this little girl came out.
And she's healthy and big. And
Yeah.
It's so fat.
Alright, so we just finished at the vet. She's gone in for a C-section. Thank you. So basically, I think I explained at the vet, they could have given her oxytocin, but there was which forces a contraction. But the risk was that she would get a ruptured uterus. So one of the puppy's heart rates was quite low, which means it's stressed already. So waiting longer would have been a little bit scary. C-section, it's not cheap, but I'm trying to save the puppies and Mischa, and I think that's definitely for what's best for both of them at this stage. Thank you for the vets for being on call on a Sunday morning and being willing to do this surgery on a Sunday morning. Thank you for them. Yeah, anyway, catch up with you when we get back with her. I just got the call from the vet. Everything is fine. Everybody made it through okay. Mischa is just about waking up now, so it's just half an hour before we can go home, take her home. One of the puppies apparently needed resuscitation, so if we had managed to somehow wait and maybe she had them at home, I don't know if that puppy would have made it at home with us. So I'm kind of glad that we took her in and the vet was able to resuscitate it. So yep, all three puppies are okay. We had a bit of a scare there, a bit of a scare for Mischa, and then when the vet called me, I had a bit of a scare for the puppies as well. But we have three puppies, three happy little German Shepherd puppies, and in half an hour we're going to go pick them up and you'll be able to see them. And Mischa's doing okay, she's just waking up. Very soon we'll go pick them up and take them home. Wow, what an adventure.
See me. I'll try and get him to drink once we get going. Yeah, it's okay, we would have just bought. Little Miss has got my finger. What are you babies to a Missy? Oh, that one's unlatched. Little Miss down there. She's a strong drinker, that one. Stronger baby. It's quite crowded with more than three.
So this is Mitzi, who is currently, show them how round she is.
She is one little.
She's very round and very noisy, very complainy.
She hasn't really
keeps
stopped. She's the
complaining.
loudest one.
Yeah, she is so loud.
And here we come to my least favourite part of the entire video, and the reason I put off editing it for so long. This is little Mitzi. She was the puppy that had to be resuscitated after the C-section. This is the night after we brought them home. As you can see, she's looking quite bloated. Puppies bloating is not a good thing by any means. We got a little bit of gas out of her by patting her, but in the end, we had to call the vet.
Okay, we're back at the vet. We have little Zoomy here, she's doing fine, and little Addie over here, also doing fine. But unfortunately, guys, little Mitzi, there's definitely something wrong with her. She is super bloated and she's complaining all the time, and right now we're just gonna go we're getting an x-ray for her to see if we can see what's wrong, but there's not much hope for her. So yeah, Zoomy and Addie are doing fine, and so is Mishy, so just have to wait and see.